Hello, viewers. Today, we're going to dive into a chilling story from over 20 years ago, a tale from the boyhood of our narrator, whom we'll call Toru. His friends in this story will be known as Yuji and Hiroki. Set during the summer break in their 6th year of elementary school, this narrative unfolds in a local park where they spent their days playing. It was a typical evening, with the sunset painting the sky a brilliant red, when Hiroki suggested they head home. Yuji, who often felt lonely at home due to his single-parent household, pleaded to stay longer. Despite Hiroki's strict curfew, he reluctantly left, and Toru was left alone with Yuji in the darkening park. Yuji, slightly irritated, suggested Toru might want to head home too. Just as Toru was about to leave on his bike, Yuji mentioned a mysterious abandoned house he had discovered. Intrigued but wary of getting into trouble, Toru advised Yuji to head home as well, and left for his house. That night, after his routine at home, Toru received a frantic call from Yuji's mother, asking if Yuji was at his place. Concerned and remembering Yuji's mention of the abandoned house, Toru started to worry. Yuji had a reputation for hanging out late and mingling with the wrong crowd, but he had never stayed out all night. The next morning, Toru was awakened by his mother, who relayed that Yuji hadn't returned home since the previous day. Alarmed, Toru contacted Hiroki, and they agreed to meet at their usual park. Hiroki shared that his mother had warned him to stay away from Yuji, suggesting something was amiss. Toru mentioned Yuji's plan to explore the abandoned house, which Hiroki seemed to know something about, but hesitated to discuss further. As they searched the usual spots where they played with no sign of Yuji, they noticed his mother driving by, glaring at them, with bloodshot eyes, muttering something under her breath. The boys felt an ominous chill. Toru then remembered Yuji's mention of the abandoned house, and shared it with Hiroki, who reluctantly agreed to guide him there. The journey took them an hour on bikes, leading them to a desolate, rundown village known as a no-go area among the locals. The sight of decaying houses and residents with worn-out clothes was unsettling. Some elderly residents watched them intently with hostile eyes. Approaching the abandoned house in the village, Toru and Hiroki discovered it was the site of a disturbing scene. Through a grimy window, they witnessed a large gathering of men surrounding something in the center of the room. As they sneaked closer for a better view, they found Yuji in the middle, tied up and injured, surrounded by large birds with blades attached to their legs. Shocked and horrified, the boys fled the scene and reported the incident to their parents. The police were alerted, and Yuji's mother, still glaring coldly at them, joined the search party. Toru's father later explained the complex and isolated nature of the village, its distinct culture, and the strained relations with outsiders. Years passed, and the boys, now adults, revisited the area, only to find it transformed, with no trace of the old village. The haunting memories of that day, and the unsettling gaze of Yuji's mother lingered in their minds, a reminder of the dark secrets hidden in their childhood town. Thank you for joining us in this harrowing journey through a memory that blends the innocence of childhood with the stark reality of a hidden world. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more gripping stories.